Hello, everyone. The boring movie guy back here once again to talk about another great movie. Um, I know I've been doing nothing but like good movies lately. I will think about maybe doing some bad ones, but the thing is that I don't really like talking about bad movies, man. They're just they just you watch them, you feel like you wasted what, an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, even more of your life. And it's just like, why do I need to bother talking about that again? But yeah, I will think about doing some bad movies soon. I know a lot of people out there like watching bad reviews and all that, and it gets a lot of clicks. But I'm different. I like introducing people to good movies. But like I said, I will go ahead and start maybe doing a couple bad ones here and there just to warn people to stay away. It's a waste of your time, and you don't want to waste another minute of your time watching these bad movies. You only have so much life to live, and to waste it watching certain movies, I would say stay away. So I will think about that down in the next couple days here, whether I want to do some bad movie reviews. But for the time being, I will do good movies, and today I want to talk about the movie The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, or I think, like, if you say the city name in French, I think it's like Cherbourg or something like that. You don't say the G at the end. Usually with French, you never like say the last letter. You don't pronounce the last letter in the word. So yeah, this movie, I love this movie, man. I seen it on TCM like a couple of years ago, and I was just like, yo, man, that was fucking great. um, it's of course directed by the great Jacques Demy, who is a great just director, man. The guy didn't really make a whole lot, but for what he made, it's great work, man. You had a couple films there. Lola, I have seen that. Was it The Young Girls of Rochefort or something like that? It's called something like that. I'll put the poster up to show. It's been a while since I last thought about that movie. But yeah, great director, man. And then, of course, you got the great, and I love Catherine Deneuve, who is, I love that actress, man. This one, Belle de Jour. I do have that movie in my collection as well. I love Belle de Jour. And then, of course, Hunger, which was a Tony Scott movie, vampire movie with her and Susan Sarandon. They did have a very risque sex scene in that movie, her and Susan Sarandon. It's definitely worth watching for that. But yeah, this is a interesting film. It's got a simple plot where it's about a guy and a girl in love. The guy ends up getting drafted into the military, and before he leaves, him and the girl, sort of, do it. And then she winds up pregnant, and yeah, it goes in an interesting direction after that. I don't want to give away too much, but there's other factors, like the girl has a mom who wants her daughter to marry a successful man and stuff like that, and the guy that she's seeing, he's not that successful. He's working as a mechanic in a beat up like garage and stuff like that. And yeah, she probably just doesn't want to see her daughter end up the way that she has, because the mother, she now like owns like an umbrella store, and they're in bad financial in a bad financial position at the time of this movie. So Yeah, it's got a simple plot, but what is the interesting thing about this film is that the entire film, the dialogue is sung with music. It's fantastic. It's a great musical, this movie. I love this movie, man. Like I said, I seen it on TCM and I was like, man, I gotta get that movie. So I hopped on the old internet and I found out Criterion made a release and I was like, oh my god, yes, I'm getting that. The problem is that I found out after buying it that there is actually a Jacques Demy collection that Criterion put out, and I've been thinking about maybe getting that. The problem is that this comes in it, so if I get it, I guess I can always give this to someone, you know, my brother or one of my friends that I think will like it. But, you know, it's just, man, I love Criterion, man. It's always great because, you know, when you discover a new movie, you look it up and it has a Criterion release, you're like, yeah. But, yeah, as you can see, the Criterion here. It's got a nice cover with the beautiful Catherine Deneuve. Man, she is absolutely beautiful in this movie, man. I think she's one of the most beautiful actresses that ever, like, or was put on the screen, man, because this entire film you're just mesmerized by her beauty. Like, she is beautiful, man. Oh my god. And yeah, of course with Criterion you always get some sort of little booklet. In this case you got one of those foldable ones that we've been seeing lately. It's got some nice pictures, you know, a lot with Catherine Deneuve in the back here, and then you got the essay on the other side. But yeah, this has like some pictures and it has like all the credits and important stuff like that. But yeah, you got a nice essay and then you got the pictures and the info. The interesting thing about this Blu-ray is they do a little feature about the restoration of this movie, and they were showing, you know, the restoration process that went into this. And man, it's interesting. You know, they had like 3 different like film reels. You know, each one was a different color, and when you put them all together, you got, you know, all the colors of the movie. And I'm telling you, this movie is beautiful, man. The cinematography, like every color just, it just explodes in your face, man. And you found out that one of the people that was involved in the restoring this film is actually the little girl at the end that the 2 main characters, you know had. So that's pretty cool. It all comes like full circle like that, you know. The music is great, man, and I loved it so much. I got the original soundtrack on vinyl here. It's great because I found this in a thrift store, which surprised the hell out of me, man, because I never thought I'd ever find this at a thrift store. Like, I thought I'd have to go to like maybe like a record store or go on eBay. But I walked into a thrift store and there it was sitting for like, I think it was like 50 cents. I was like, I'm taking that. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, you open this up and you got a beautiful picture of beautiful Catherine Deneuve there. Man, she is, oh man, she is stunning, man. And then over here, this little thing here, you got this little thing. Basically it has, I think it's every single like word of dialogue in here, and then it has you know, the French, and then on the next to it is the English translation. So I guess you can sort of listen to the music, and then you can go ahead and just sit here and with each bit of dialogue you can just read it and then figure out what they're saying. But whenever I listen to this record, man, I don't do that. I listen to it without the subtitles, and it is very relaxing. I love this music, man. But yeah, this is one of my favorite records in my collection. It's so just great, man. Like I said, when I found this at the thrift store, my heart started beating, man. I was like, I could not believe I found this at the thrift store. It is fantastic, man. Just I always love it when I walk into a thrift store and they have some sort of like soundtrack or some sort of record that I've been like searching for a while, and it's just like but yeah, let's go ahead and rate this film. I just want people to go out there and see this movie. I love this movie a lot. I've seen it so many times, and it's possibly one of my, it's probably in my top 50, maybe, and it's probably like top 50 for me, maybe a little bit lower, maybe like top 75, maybe even top 100. But yeah, you know, with that, I have to give this movie a perfect 10 embraces. It's just, I love the music. It, of course, was nominated for like 5 Academy Awards, I think, and, you know, a lot of it was, you know, for the music. Yeah, I just love this movie, man, and I wish, you know, people out there would go see this, because that's why I love doing this channel, man, because I love just introducing people to movies that they might have never heard of. You know, I love foreign film, and I hope to do a lot more videos on great foreign movies. And of course, you know, I would love to do more movies, more reviews on maybe like silent movies, because I know that's another era of film that people don't go back and look at, and just makes me sad, man, because there's so many great movies out there that people are missing, but they refuse to look in the past. And I say, look in that past, because you're gonna find gold.